Hello, trading has closed on the 21st of February 2025. As always, we'll do our disclaimer, go over our calls, and then make our predictions. It's my trading plan for Monday, which is February 24th. Remember, my plans can change, my plans can be wrong, trade at your own risk. Also, all next week during trading hours, I have personal business. I'm not certain I'll even make any trades next week, but I'll still try to do the videos. We had a new all-time high as recently as Wednesday, kind of hard to believe. This is obviously a rejection of the high. We said what we needed was to move down right from the open and ideally undercut this low promptly, which we did. This is a reminder of what we said. I said confirmation was trading under the low. I should have said confirmation is trading under the close and ideally under the low. Didn't make any difference if each of those things happened. If we didn't move lower soon, I was going to have to reassess, but we did, so I can breathe a sigh of relief. We had a target 6,091.54, and that printed right here, and we get to cross an old target off the list, 60.80.91, that's right here. The only lower target I have within reach is 59.84.55, and the next lower one under that's under 5,500. I don't think we're going there. During the day, MEJT gave numerous signs that this drop is going to retrace at some point. We had an ultimate buy signal in the morning. That hasn't played out. Gives us a target 61.01.26. We had an ultimate buy signal in the afternoon. That hasn't gone high enough. Target 60.48.81. Remember, I get about 150 of these ultimate targets a year, and the last one that didn't print was in 2020, and the last one before that was in 2016. So ultimately, we should see those numbers. It doesn't have to be anytime soon at all, but usually you don't have to wait long. And also this last move here left a target of 60.35.74. We dropped all day and we couldn't close under the midday lows. Time doesn't run out until Monday's open, but if we can't take these lows out early, the door is open to hitting some significantly higher targets. Now I think we've completed DeMarc's bar 13 for his combo and sequential sells. And when they're in alignment, you should get a pretty big drop. But if you're going to get a collapse, you have to take out 51.19.26 within 3 bars, which is 3 weeks. I just do not see that happening. So a drop, but not a collapse. And don't forget, there is support in the 5800s here. Here's a significant trend line in brown. We dropped to it in a straight line. This gives pretty much the same message we got when we couldn't make any progress to the downside in the last couple hours. Either you gap under this line or the line wins, which means if you don't gap under the line, you should reject any move under it. Now, I've had all kinds of trouble finding good FEB relationships in this consolidation, which I think is wave 4, and I'm not certain it's over. This looks like you're making the final leg down. But if this is a W wave and that's an X wave, you've got a Fibonacci hit right there at 38.2. Now that's not the way compound waves are supposed to work. The W and the Y are supposed to occupy pretty much the same area. So maybe that isn't the right count, but the truth is I can't find one I'm completely happy with. And if we do rally from here, if we don't gap down, my stuff says we're going to rally in spite of how ugly this looked. don't forget, any move needs confirmation. You don't confirm this move, it doesn't count. So you really have to gap down, and we're so close to the low that shouldn't be too hard to do. But if that doesn't happen, if we gap up in particular instead, I've got all kinds of higher targets. Well, Monday's pattern has the early high regardless of where we open. Typically it's a bearish day with a low in the final hour, but if it's strong instead, more strength should follow. Forget my typo there. There's a higher MEJT target. Unless we gap down smartly, the rules call for it to print. We gap down, hit lower lows, but closed over midday lows. In addition, we dropped to a significant trend line in a straight line. Both of these things require gapping under Friday's low to continue the decline unabated. It shouldn't be too hard to do, it isn't too far away. But if we gap up instead, the door is open to a strong rally, even though I don't think this drop's going to stop till we trade in the 5800s. Now Friday's a change in trend day based on other people's work, so I can't guarantee we are going to gap down and continue lower. And if we don't gap down and continue lower, I've got significantly higher targets that could print. So watch out if you're short. You gap down, I think we have lower targets to come. So it's the pattern with the early high. I probably won't be able to do any trading next week. I'll have to see. The market always knows when I'm busy. That's the way it goes. But after this wave down is completed, after we complete this wave 4 down, we're going to have a big rally in wave 5. And if we can get the trade down in the 5800s, I think we could have rally over 1,000 handles from there. But we're just not there yet. We have a Woodson change in trend date around March the 6th. And if we did drop under 5,900 on around March the 6th, I get pretty interested in changing my lean. Right now I think we're going lower, even though I'm not convinced we're going to go lower Monday. It's the pattern with the early high. Pairs need to gap under this, or else it could be really hurt on the upside. And that's today's call.